By limiting the benefit to only Canadians and permanent residents, it fails to recognize the contributions that international students have made to the Canadian economy and the post-secondary education system. The House of Commons in Canada has fast-tracked and passed a series of student-focused COVID-19 support measures that will allow eligible post-secondary students to claim $1,250 a month from May to August to mitigate the impact of losing summer job. So what really is the CERB or the CESB? The Canadian Emergency Response Benefit and the Canadian Emergency Student Benefit are both financial packages, which are provided by the Canadian government to help those affected majorly by COVID-19. While CERB aims at a broader section of the demographic, CESB is intended solely for students. To receive the CERB, candidates can receive $500 per week for up to 16 weeks, where they have earned at least $5,000 in the last 12 months. They don't have to be a citizen or a permanent resident, and they must live in Canada, therefore having a social insurance number. The candidate must not make more than $1,000 while on this benefit. For the CESB eligibility, candidates who meet the following criteria can receive $1,250 for 4 weeks or $2,000 if the applicant has any disability or dependents. A candidate or student that is starting and attending post-secondary in 2020, they must be a student who has graduated in December 2019 and is unable to find a place of work due to COVID-19. This candidate must be a citizen, permanent resident, and not necessarily living in Canada. So why does the CESB exclude numerous international students in Canada who do not qualify for the CERB? There is no concrete explanation provided by the Canadian government. International students who pay at least 3 to 4 more times of tuition the domestic candidate, yet they still are unable to qualify for either of the emergency income support. Some international students have received support from their universities, yet remain unassisted and also are excluded from any support from the Canadian and the Indian government. Many Indian students necessarily can't travel back to India, back to their families due to financial obligations and other COVID-related travel restrictions. The undergraduates of Canadian Research Intensive Universities, a national coalition of student unions representing some 250,000 students, called for the Canadian government to extend the support measures available after a survey they conducted revealed students were falling through the cracks and ineligible for many of the programs. Reliefs in the form of allowing students to work more than 20 hours per week, as stated in the study permit, but however, a survey of over 3,000 students at 64 different post-secondary institutions across Canada found that almost 3 out of 4 were worried about meeting their financial obligations, such as rent, groceries, and other bills. And 79% were concerned with the most concern that is coming up, which is paying tuition for their upcoming fall semester. In times like these, we shouldn't really debate about who is responsible for international students in need, but rather ask questions about why are they being overlooked.